I want to also post it to my YouTube as well. So welcome. I need to ask ChatGPT .com. I still need some guidance on this. So how do I change? Started my new stream on Twitch. How do I change that to? People know I'm doing today. So here I'm having create a dashboard. In the dashboard, look for quick action. Okay, I can't find quick action. I can't find quick action. I need to get this right. Creator dashboard. Back to we are going to start soon. I need to get something right. We are making use of where's this guy? It's gonna be here. It's gonna be here. Okay, I did streaming phone. What title should we give it? Learning Java for Learning Java Democracy Day. Mm, uh, so back to Twitch.
Sure.
Back to channel. Uh, welcome. Um, welcome. I want to log in my account on GPT because they are going to be using it a lot. I welcome. So two things, you're welcome to the stream and yeah, that's just it. So what's this stream about? This stream is this stream I'm trying to pick up Java and learn, right? That's what I want to be doing in this stream. I want to pick up Java and learn. I'm coming, I need to post this on my socials. Pick it up Java and to learn. Picking up Java to learn. So that's what the stream is about, and I'll be dropping the full video. You can come here on stream to watch it again. I will also be dropping the full video later, right, on my YouTube channel. I should have streamed it both on both YouTube and Twitch, but I was having a problem setting up in my YouTube. I think I was told I'll be needing 24 hours for that. So I'm new to this. I really don't know how it all goes, but I just feel like it's my space, it's my word, and I'll let you go like that. So you're welcome. Today is a democracy day, right? If you're not from Nigeria, right? That's what today is about. And today I'm going to be learning Java. So why Java? Why are we doing Java? I mean, there are so many things. Or a little bit introduction about me. My name is Favor, and I'm a software engineer. And yeah, I'm rich in the JavaScript, TypeScript ecosystem. Right, both web and also backend, and a bit of mobile, but I did not. Yeah, I wanted to add another language to what I know, and I did some research, right? I considered Golang, right? And while learning Golang, I found it a bit difficult. I don't know, but I have to be honest here, and I understood Golang very well, at least the fundamental, but I still felt like the last time I picked Java up, I think I did Java for like 3 days, and I was a bit interested, also familiar with the concepts in which Java is about. So um, that's what we are going to be doing today. We are going to be learning Java from the basics again, and if you want to, I mean, the floor is yours if you want to follow me in this. So I basically just have this assumption that I do not know anything in Java, right? I do not know anything in Java, and you are here to learn together with me. If you want to pick up Java together. So welcome once again. My name is Favor. So where are we starting from? From is that life has become easier, and recently I have to set up all these things, but um, you have to get an ID, right? So let's get started. Yeah, this is my idol, right? This is someone I look up to. TS Odin. So Escalidro. Escalidro. So let's start from the fundamental, right? So we have programming language. I don't like this font. I do not I do not vibe with this font at all. Here's its font family. I think I love this better. Comic Sans. So let's start from the basics, and the basics is programming language. So what's the programming language? From the basics, programming language is it's something that you use to communicate to a computer, right? Where you are, you might be speaking English. Where you are, you might be speaking Yoruba. Where you are, you might be speaking so many languages. But when it comes to programming language, there are languages that we make use of in communicating with the computer, and we have so many programming languages. We have Java, we have C++, we have Java, we have C++, we have C, we have TypeScript, we have JavaScript, we have um, C Sharp, we have Python, we have Rust, we have Golang, we have PHP, we have so many languages out there, right, that are being used to communicate to programming language. But let's go to super fundamental, and that's the types of languages a computer understand. The type of languages a computer understand. So we have first the machine language. Machine language. So when we are talking about machine language, we have the 0 and 1, which is the binary. Am I still live? We have 0 and 1, which is the binary, right? Please, I just want to confirm if I'm live. I want to confirm if I'm live. I want to confirm if I'm live. Okay, good. I'm live. Teaching Java. Yeah, I just want to be sure that I am live, and we are going to continue with this. So we are starting from the fundamentals, and that's going to be I'm having so we have the machine language first, right, which is the binary, right? In school you'll have thought about our binary numbers, the 0 1, right? Those are the language that the computer understand, right? Then we have the second one called the low level language, something like Pascal, Fortran, we have COBOL. So those are an example of low level language. So the difference between machine language and low level language is that low level language contains binary and plus and binary and symbols. So those are what differentiate the machine language and low level language, right? Whenever you're writing a low level language, for example, Pascal, right? Pascal is contain both binary and machine language. So why do we write low level language and not machine language? So one of the reasons that we write that is because for you to be able to easily grasp the concept, and also you are prone to mistake, right? Let's assume I want to write a low level language. I'm writing something like this, right? Let's say that I want to communicate just hello world. So I'm writing something like this. So you are prone to mistake with this method of writing. So good. So the next one we are going to be talking on is high level language. High level language. So what's high level language? Yeah, English like, and an example is all what we discuss in this place. They are high level language, right? Though C, I think C is closer to, I don't know, but I feel like C, right? This is closer to low level language, in the sense that if you're writing C, there is this way that it gets converted into it so much interested in hardware when it comes to C, right? C is that language that so much connected, so many of those hardwares they make use of C in writing. In building softwares that talks and connects with them. So from C was developed, right? So those are high level language. High level language, they are English like language that you that we write. So now which one do we write mostly in these days? We write high level language. So let's say I'm writing an high level language here, which is high level language, yeah, which is Java. So there has to be a way that this is being converted into something the computer understand, right? So here there has to be a concept called converter, right? It's not called converter, there's a name it's being called. Yeah, but just take it as converter, something that converts what I'm writing in that high level into something the computer understand, which is the binary, which is the machine language binary, right? So an example of that is interpreter. We have another example called compiler, and another example called assembler. So these guys, so let me use JavaScript for example. When you write JavaScript, which is an high level language, it gets converted into computer language or machine language, the binary, something the computer understand, making use of this, right? JavaScript make use of interpreter in converting that code into into machine language, right? Something the computer understand. But for Java, I'm not sure what converter does Java use in converting to machine language. So Java uses a Java compiler to convert Java source code into bytecode, which is then executed by the Java virtual machine to produce let's check this. It says execution. So yeah, it says, so when you write a Java code, right, it is first compiled by the Java compiler, right? So here it says, please, I'm going to be making use of AI in my learning, right? I do not have any textbook that will help me for now. So if I write a Java code, right, it converted into byte code, converted into byte code, then it's converted into, so here it says that it's converted using this guy called Java compiler called Javac. It is Java compiler converts it to bytecode, right? Takes our code and converts it to bytecode. Then JVM, which is Java virtual machine, right? The bytecode is not directly executed by the CPU. Instead, JVM does the job. Inside of JVM, there are two important concepts, right? We have the interpreter read the bytecode line by line, convert it into machine language on the file. So Java makes use of an interpreter, right, and also a compiler. So here Java makes use of interpreter and compiler, right? Now here it says, then after this it got converted into a machine language, right, using JVM, Java virtual machine. Java virtual machine. So it gets converted into using JVM, using what? Java virtual machine. So here we can write that they converted interpreter. Good. So then we have what? The compiler convert frequent use bytecode into native machine, stores it for faster execution. This is the real converter. So here is the so Java code is converted into bytecode, right? And with JVM is converted into the machine code. So Java is called write once, write anywhere, run anywhere. So Java. So also note that a Java can run on any device that has JVM. So your mobile phone has a JVM, your computer has a JVM. So before starting this series or this video, I've installed a JVM, and with that JVM I can know that, oh, with that JVM I'm able to run Java, right? And one thing about that JVM is that you can check out video that can help you in that. Maybe I'll drop the link in the description when I upload it to YouTube, right? So one thing that I would love to mention is that so for your server too, we have your servers, right? For your server to be able to run your Java code, because I'm studying this to become a better backend developer. For your server to be able to run a Java code, meaning that your server also has a JVM, right? Dig it. So that's it. So we're able to understand the fundamentals, and the fundamental is that we write our Java code, it gets converted into bytecode using JAVAC, and from JAVAC it gets interpreted into what the computer can understand, making use of JVM. I hope that can help. So good. So good. So where are we starting from? We have we have we have done with we are done with the Java fundamentals. Let me check my. Oh, we have done 27 minutes already. That's good. This is our first time. So now the next thing we want to go on is to check. Let's read some stuff. So I have a bias in case you don't know. Anything that is, I don't much like AI, though we are going to be making use of AI in this learning, right? But whenever I'm going through, let's say, Medium or most of what is blog platform, I don't like going through most ones that are written from 2023 to 2026, right? A lot of them contain AI content. A lot of people just bombard AI, get the output, then with that write what they feel like with the AI, and most times I'm not always good with that because I do not find it cool. A lot of people just write AI slop. So with that, let's try to find any content that is written. Let's say from. Let's open this. So we know that computer can only understand 0 and 1. It's called machine code. But here's the thing, we don't write these. Why exactly programming languages is there is a way for us to give instruction to the computer in a form that we can actually read and understand. Earlier I said that most times in these days, right, we don't write machine language, you don't write low level language, you actually write high level language. You can also go into writing low level language, but that depends on you and why or your reasons for going that, right? In my university, right, there was a time they were telling us that, oh, we are going to learn Fortran, we are going to learn COBOL. Those still exist now. It's just that things has gotten better, things has getting advanced, and we most now make use of high level language, which I listed for you earlier. So compilation, as I have said, computer only understand machine language, not the code. So they must be able to convert code into machine code. In general, they can be done in two ways: compilation or interpretation. Compilation is the process of converting the entire source code into a separate executed file which then be run. Example is C and C++. So earlier, if you remember, I told you that I ran away from Go. Yeah, yeah, you're correct with that. So Go, for example, right? Go compiled, right? Anything you write, immediately you run it, it compiles into a single file which it then run, right? So it makes use of a compiler. I've forgotten the name of the compiler. So they have interpretation on the other hand translates line by line into machine code. So this person makes use of AI in writing this article, but still it makes sense. So here it says Java file source code get converted into what byte code, then interpreted into what machine code. So are they is this trying to make us to understand that is this trying to make us to understand that source code that the what's it called, the Java, the compiler, so the compiler does what, it compiles it. So two conversion that is happening there: first the compilation of the Java code to bytecode, then the interpretation using JVM to what, to machine code. I hope you get. So that's the idea of what, of bytecode. Then we have a JVM, then so I love this written by she is a financial student learning DSA. Those are that's nice, though it's written by AI, right? But I still love this. So now let's go into writing our Java, right? Let's go into writing our Java, starting things. So the first thing I did was installed an IDE. So what's an IDE? An IDE is an IDE is a is an IDE is an integrated development environment. So that's an IDE. So it helps us to, so an IDE contains three things: the code editor, right? The the converter. There's a term for it I've forgotten, and the debugger, right? So this code editor helps us to write code, right? And we have this converter. So converts the code to something computers understand, right? And we have the debugger. This one checks for error before sending it to our machine, right? So these are the three things that our debugger, our IDE what contains. So first, it contains an editor which we write our code in. Then it contains a converter, right? There's a term for it, I've forgotten. So that converter, I mentioned the other day that we mostly have three: the interpreter, the compiler, and the assembler. So that converter, in this case, right, we have the interpreter and compiler. So those ones are not visible, But if I want to run it, I click on this, right, and it gets run, it gets executed. So, and we also have debugger. Debugger helps us to check for error before sending into our into our machine, right? So that we are not going to write slop. We are not going to write an error code or a code that won't run. So that's it. So I've installed the IDE. If you will need the IDE, you have to come to download. So we can make use of VS Code, but I'm not ready for that. I want to look a bit more technical, not technical, but that vibe of professional. That's why I'm using the IntelliJ. So IntelliJ community download community ID. I mean, why am I using here? I'm not here. It's funny, right? So yeah, so it's owned by JetBrains. So when I used to write, there was a time I was writing Kotlin, right? So that Kotlin make use of an IDE called Android Studio. So that IDE looks exactly like this IntelliJ, but it has more additional feature. So there was a time that I installed this IntelliJ, and I was a bit, why does it look exactly or the same like Android Studio? Then I was curious that who copied who, right? So when I went to check, and I later find out that Android Studio was actually built on IntelliJ, right? IntelliJ was taken, right, and some additional features were added to it. So those are not in there in this class. I'm just telling you. So you select your operating system and you download. So there are two versions of your I'm using Apple Silicon. So there are two versions of the IntelliJ. There is one which is the Pro, and there's one the Community Edition. This Community Edition is free, and for the Pro, right, it's not free, right? I don't have the money yet to get that, but this Community Edition does a lot, as what I had or what people have said so far. It does a lot, right? It helps, and also not just that, it there is this way that someone mentioned that it you can create Spring Boot projects on it by default, right? But there's a way to work around it, right? I've not yet checked it out, which when we get to the Spring Boot class, I'm going to check it out. But for now, I think this works, and we'll do most concepts that we want to do for the class and the learning. So I've downloaded it, installed it, and you get here. You are going to create a new project, right? Just follow the steps. Don't touch too much things. Everything is already there on default, and it's going to get you here. So the workaround at this place, there's a lot of workaround that me personally has not explored, right? But I do not want to explore it. So here, first is that I'm having this. Maybe I can move this. So I'm having this by default, right? I cleaned everything. Am I good? I think I'm good. I think I'm not good though. I cleaned everything. Yeah, I think I'm good. So after cleaning everything inside it, then I write system dot out dot print ln. Then I have my hello favor. So I save it, and I press to save, Ctrl S, and I think it saves by itself, right? With my experience so far, I think it saves by itself. So first thing I want to do in this place is I want to zoom this. I click on run. So by the time I run it, let me say that I close this. If I click on run, this opens, this run part opens. If I click it again, it shows, it opens, and I actually get the output, hello favor. And apart from that, the terminal, there is terminal for it, there is services. I did not want to explore all this, right? I'm not interested for that. Maybe later we are going to explore it. But this part, I think I'm getting it so far. So another part I want to do is to zoom this thing, right, so that you can see, and also I can see it very well. So I think I have to go to the settings. Please, we are just, don't let me say fuck around and get it. But that's literally what we are doing. I really don't know much on this. So we have to figure out everything ourselves. So I needed to zoom it. I go to the settings. Good. Have appearance. Oh, good. I think I'm getting it. Is there a way I can input my own? Maybe let's do 115. Good. Let me check it on my device if I can see it. Yeah. So I click on this. I click on settings. Right. It immediately brings me to appearance. Then I edited it, and yeah, I'm good to go. So with that, I think we're able to see this. I think we're able to see this. Is there anything wrong with my... Please let me check my device. I'm being alerted that there's something wrong. So I think I'm going to zoom it more. I checked my device now and I didn't really like. I want you guys to see it well. Let's do 130. Let me check my device if it's clear enough. I'm coming. I want to check my device to be sure. I still can't fathom when people said React Native was used in building Twitch, right? I've been a React Native developer for long. I mean, their mobile apps. Oh, that's true. I should actually put on. I should actually put on. I should actually put on. I should actually put on maybe. Well, I love the way this is. This is clear, but I think I need to zoom it a bit better. I should actually put on maybe. Well, I love the way this is. This is clear, but I think I need to zoom it a bit better. Let me see how it looks like. I should actually put on maybe. Well, I love the this clean, but I think I need to zoom it a bit better. I think it's okay like this. So let's go with this. I think it's okay like this. Hello, favor, fine, fine. So we are good, we are good, we are good. So here I can see a code, a file called main.class. So this is the bytes code, right? This is what bytes code look like. Bytes code version 61.0. So I said I want to put in some music. Good, 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 good. I think I'm enjoying this. I said I want to put on some music. I'm gonna have to go get water. Yeah, I think Tokyo Spill has my playlist. There's a playlist he makes of the other day. I think I would love that. So can you hear me like this? So I think let me get the experience of it. Let me get the experience with with the music underground. Let me see what it looks like. So I think let me get the experience of it. Let me get the experience with the music underground. Let me see what it looks like. Then oh, I think I have what I'm looking for at this place. I'm coming. I'm trying to find the best track for this. Yeah, I think that's better. I'm coming. I want to get water.
But here in America, Sputnik. Sputnik Sputnik. 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 German scientist Sputnik. 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 Here in America, Sputnik. 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 JAWS. Astrophysics. Cyclotrons. Computers. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. We will return to our regularly scheduled program momentarily.
I think it's throughout. I will. I'm recording. Please, for me. I'm recording.
I think there's something wrong with my internet.
I don't know if I come tomorrow, let you know.
Okay. I didn't know why, but it seems my life's ended. Not my life. I mean, I didn't know why, but it seems my life's ended. Not my life. I mean, the internet is actually good now. Like, this is my first time trying Twitch. I guess YouTube will be better. That will be my. The internet is actually good now. Like, this is my first time trying Twitch. I guess YouTube will be better. That will be my. So I think the music have to pause it for now. I'll play music later. But let's get things done. So now let's go to Java documentation. Your Java documentation. I want to off the lights, but you have to see me. So I'm not having it. So Java documentation, so Oracle owns Java, and last night when I was checking this, I didn't find much information through here. Right, there's a lot of things Woodman needed. Let me go back. So it says Java is one programming language and development platform. It reduces cost, right? Shortens development timeframe, and drives innovation and improves application services. I'm feeling cold. Yeah, I'm back. Can you hear me now? I think even without the light, I'm still fine. Yeah. Hello, can you see me now? So let's move on. So here we are trying to check. It says Oracle Java is the number one programming language and development platform. It reduces cost, shortens development time frames, drives innovation, and improve application services. Java continues to be the development platform of choice for enterprise and developers who download Java. I do not think. Yeah, let's go here. Good. Getting started with Java, building a Java application, IntelliJ. After installing IntelliJ, yeah, I think here you can find a better explanation on how you can go through the installation of Java, right? If you have any problem, just put it in the comment section, right? So here when you're setting up Java, right, you don't choose here, don't choose Marvin, choose I think I choose Gradu, right? I think I choose Gradu. No. I choose, is it Gradu? I think I choose IntelliJ. Yeah. Yeah. I think I choose IntelliJ. Let's walk around. Yeah, I choose IntelliJ. This. And I created Java IntelliJ. You're not checking box this. Add sample code. All this doesn't concern you, right? For now. So I'm back. So here I'm having this. I want to be sure you guys can still see my face. So here I'm having this, and I think it's high time we start working. So we are checking the writing and the dictation. I think I need to increase my brightness. Running your application, you make use of this. Current file, edit configuration. I do not think I need all this. Right? So I think I will go back. I think I will go back in. So good, we are going to make use of documentation. I know a lot of people don't always want to like documentation, but right now, that's what we are going to be making use of. And since I'm the person in charge, right, I think we are good with that. So here it says, this is the first one. First one is this part. And the second one is this part. So let's start here. So it says object classes, interface, package, and inheritance. So what's object? Object is a software bundle of related software. Object consists of state and relatable So let's try to understand this. Explain this in a simple and understandable English, and also example, simple English. Java. Also have in mind we are building and big tech and also fintech. So it says first class the blueprint. A class is like a blueprint or design. Think of it like a plan for creating something. A bank account class is a blueprint. What it does, what it means, it represents a real account information object, the real thing. So here, let me quickly explain what this means. So first we have the class. So what's class? It says class is the blueprint. So let's give an example of I'm trying to open a bank account. So when I get to the bank, a registration slip is given to me, or a link or a link. Right now, if I get that link, right, I'm going to be filling things up, right? Things to fill up. Now I have my first name, last name, I have my email, right? I have my the amount I want to deposit, right? I have my let's say gender. So by the time I open the link or a form and I filled, oh, my first name is Jebola, my last name is Favor, my email is in case you want to reach out to me, jebolafavor2020@gmail.com. My amount I want to initially deposit is let's say 4k, right? 4,000 naira. My gender is sure, male. So if I have this, right, this at this side is called the blueprint. This at this side is called the blueprint. This is called the blueprint. So it means that every customer that is coming to register things, right, to register the account number must provide these details. Now let's assume that a customer is coming for the first time and doesn't have any money, right? Their amount they are going to be putting is going to be 0, right? So that is a blueprint for creating a what? That's a blueprint for creating a what? A bank account. So therefore this is the what? The class. So good. Another example is let's say we want to do for car. That's very popular, right? Car. Now if I want to try to get a car, there are things that a car is going to have, right? So the car has I don't know much about car, right? But I think the car has the color. The car has what other thing? The car has a brand. The car has a number of doors, right? So every of those cars, they are what? They are blueprint, right? So every one of them has a blueprint, right? What they all contain that makes everyone a car. So everybody that is creating an account has a blueprint of what an account supposed to contain, right? And that concept is called what? A class. That if you are creating this so thing, or if you belong to this so class, you have to have this so information. So that is a class. So the next thing is the object. So the object, for example, in this place can be Porsche, right? The object, for example, in this place can be Porsche, right? When you create an account in this place, then I have the object here can be a few accounts, right? So my account has been created and I can now do things. I want to check my stream if I'm still live. It's very important. Now then this is the what? This is the real object. When you go to that distributor, when you get to that car factory, right, and you get that car, that is the real object. That is the real object. I think my internet is okay. Good. I think we are good. That's the what? That's the real object. Like your Porsche is the real object. And the example is let's say your limousine. That's the real object. But every of those cars has a blueprint, which is what? The class. So that's it. So the next thing is that we have the object, right? Now we are not looking the code for now. So inheritance, I don't know inheritance. Inheritance means one class can inherit feature from another class, right? Now admin automatically, what happened? So we have a class that contains names and email. Then we create a more specific user class user is equal to basic equals to admin space. Okay, so here the concept of inheritance is that a class can inherit feature from another class, right? So let's say maybe today I from what I understood from this, right? Let's say today while creating an account, I created a personal account which has first name, last name, email, and password, right? And tomorrow things change, right? I upgraded my account to another tiers to be able to accommodate more money, right? More things, to be able to accommodate more deposits. So I am trying to inherit the class of tier 2 into my own tier 1 class. So that is the concept of inheritance, that there is a class for tier 2 and I'm able to inherit that class into my class. So that's the concept of inheritance. So an interface is not a class, it is a rule. If you sign this, you must do this. Example, payment void, payment double. No, any class that implement this must follow this rule. Any class that implement this must follow this rule. Simple analogy, a contract between bank and wallet. If you read this thing, you must implement pay. So interface is more like, please, I'm coming guys. I want to check if I want to check something. I'm coming. I'm coming guys. I needed to send someone a message. Check things out with them. So it's just a type C to type C cable that is long. That's just it. So I'm going back to my stream. So I'm going back to my stream. What else? So I'm going back to my stream, and that's going to be, we are on interface. So an interface in simple English is just like, oh, when creating this class, you have to make sure that, oh, this person has to fill the username, is it compulsory or not? This person has to fill the password, is it compulsory or not? So interface help us know that these also details, they are very important. These also details, they are expedient. So it's a more like a contract. if you build a system, you must implement pay, right? This also it's important, right? If you want to do this. So here we have a fifth one, the package. Package is just a way to organize code. Think of it like a folder. Example package, okay, it's just a way. Class design, must do rule. Good. I think we are good with that. Then we can now start with variable, right? So here we have public class main, public static void main string. I do not know why they write this, but I've been following for a while. And if you let's start with this. What does this mean? Simple English. I want to start from the fundamentals. I want to start from the fundamentals. I'm creating a box called main where I'll put my code. So a class is just like a container in this place. This is just like a container where I put my code, and public means everyone can access it. Good. Public means everyone can access this. This means that a container where I put my code. So we have the main method where Java starts. So main is more like an entry file, right? So main method where Java starts running. I guess this has to correlate to the name of the file. Then this is where the Java starts running. I think every file has to have this main, which is going to serve as where Java starts running. This is the most important line in Java. Simple meaning, this is where the program starts executing. Java looks like this exact method to start your program. So this helps Java to understand that this code has to start running, right? We can't just do this and now say system out dot print ln, right? I will now do hello world. I don't think you can say even without running it, right? It's not even giving us it says that the file is not what. I'm coming guys. I need to report now. I'm coming guys. So without that, right, our code won't run. Right? So yeah, my stream is here. Our code won't run. So we have to put it, which is what public static void main. I have my string and I have this. So what does that strings mean? So here, because this is a parameter, anything that is here, right? So this helps us to understand that this is a function. So this is then this strings means input from outside. These allow people to pass input into the program when it starts, right? So this is more like simple English. It's more like we are trying to pass a parameters, right? I will get to that place where we explain parameters, but here we are trying to pass the parameters, and yeah, it allows people to pass. I think this should be array, right? Based on my TypeScript knowledge, this is an array and it's a string, so anybody can pass a string of array, right? Or an array of string. Here is where the code runs and putting all together. I'm creating, but I've not written any instruction yet. So now to get a simple instruction, you can see that when I have my public static, I can run it, right? It now gives me the access. If I try to run this, I should be getting nothing. So I try to run this, you can see that I absolutely got what? Nothing. So here I have if I want to get something, I have system.out.what? So I'm putting 20 inside it, right? And I am running it. I got an output of 20, right? Here, if I'm putting a string inside, it's called hello, fever, good afternoon, right? And I run it, I'm going to be having this. So this is a string. A string means that anything inside the quotation, right, there are strings, right? Why this is just pure numbers, right? I can perform operation in it, right, run it, and I get my output. So we are good to go. Let me check my stream. Let me check the stream. We are good to go. We are good to go. Okay. Good. So let's move to the next step, which is rewriting the core Java stuff itself. So let's do the core thing. So earlier I said anything I write in my first, I have my strings, my data types. Yeah, variable. Before we're doing this, let's talk. Be my teacher on data types in Java, the basics. To get started, also explain well. Good. Data types are one of the fundamentals you need to get started, right? So if you are noticing, right, I'm targeted towards learning things and building things, right, towards backend, big tech, and also fintech, right, banks, financial organization. Those are my targets. That's why anything I'm learning, I make sure that it's actually towards those sectors. So we have two types of data types in Java. We have the primitive data types and the non-primitive data types. So what's a primitive data types and non-primitive data types? So I don't know why ChatGPT is giving me this. Maybe it's slow, maybe because my OBS or something. So here we have the data types in Java, right? and we have the first one called the primitives data type, and the second one called the non-primitives data types, right? Those are the two type of data types in Java. So what's a primitive and what's a non-primitive data types? We are going to find out what is a primitives data types in Java. I hope so. It says they are the most basic type that serves as the building block for data manipulation, right? They are predefined by Java programming language and present simple values. So these are the primitive data types in Java. We are going to get to them, but let's start small. So what I will say about data types initially is that, so let's assume you are trying to learn a language, right? Let's assume you are trying to learn let's say you are trying to learn English, for example, right? As a kid, you won't just start speaking English or start writing English, right? Except if you learn from the fundamentals, right? In fact, you keep learning. I don't think there's anyone that have that full scope of English yet. That's why we also have dictionary, we have books in checking things out. So here, when it comes to English, for example, you learn the two letters word, the three letters word, the alphabet, the phrase, the part of speech, the figure of speech, we have idioms, we have poem, we have so many things. We have adverbial clause. I did so many of those stuffs while growing up. But those are the fundamentals, they are the building blocks for me in learning English language. So when it comes to Java as well, there are also fundamentals and building blocks in learning Java or writing Java, so or speaking Java. So now those type of things now falls under data types. So it's more like things that you need to speak or write, right? So you can be sure that you are communicating in a Java language. So we have two types of data types. We have the primitives and the non-primitive data types, right? So what's the primitive data types? That are the basics, they are basics data types or basic things that we need to write in our data types to make sure that we are communicating in Java language. So those are things I'm going to be working through right now. How many hours have we used on this? 1 hour 40 minutes. We still have a long way to go. We are shooting 3 to 4 hours today before we close. So here, do I have any message? Okay, thanks. I don't know who this person is. Maybe I'll check that later. So we have this. So the first one, we have the int. Right? Whole numbers. Whole numbers are number without the decimal. Right? So let's practice int. So here, to write a comment in Java, you have this. Right? This is a comment. So we have another comment called data types. So I will try to bring this down a bit. I don't like the way it's too close. Right? So the first one I want to do is what? Primitives. Primitive data types. Right? And the first one I want to do is the words int. Well, I love this Copilot stuff with odd numbers. So here I have x. So int x is equal to 30. So in TypeScript, let's say that I want to write this, it's going to be something like const x, or let me write uh, bro, this is a brand new experience. So I'm going to write something like let y, right, is equal to number is equal to 40, right? That's how we do it in TypeScript, right? Well, this is Java, right? The data types comes in the front. This is variable. Variable stores this value, right? This is variable. We have the name of the variable is x, and it stores the value, right, of 30. So what types of data type does this fall into? This is the word, the int data types, right, for writing whole numbers. So if I want to print this out, I'll do system.out.print. Now there's a lot of print, but the one I'm specifically towards to is what these words, the print ln. Why? Because I'm trying to print and also give it a new line. So you can see that I didn't have this and it's giving me this red light. Oh bro, you need to come back and give me what? A semicolon, right? So by the time I run this, I'm having what? My 30. I hope you get. I'm having my 30. So that's it. The data types, the variable name, and the what? The value. So it's used for what? For whole numbers without the decimal. So let me try to print minus. I should be able to get this, but let me try to give it something like. So I'm getting error because this is an integer, right? This is an integer, right? It's supposed to have numbers without a what? A decimal. So that's the concept. So the next one I'm going to be doing is double, which is what? The decimal. So double, I have price is equal to 19.99. So system out.print L, you can see that I'm getting my 19.99. That's it. So the next one is what? The boolean. The boolean keeps what? We have the boolean, which is what? The true and what? Or false. So is boolean is tutorial fun? Yes, it's fun. True. Then I have my system dot out dot print L, right, which is tutorial fun. The variable name is this print L is is printing. So when I run it, now see that I'm getting true. So that's boolean. The char is used for single character. So if I use char, grade is equal to C, right? System dot out dot print L, right? What I'm going to print is grade. Why is this having this? I'm done seeing something right now. This way I just saw. I'm using the double quotes. Why is it not working? Why is double quotes not working? So here it says that if I'm writing something of string, it has to be I need to find why. I don't want to use GPT again. How many minutes have you spent? I have spent on my extreme. I have spent 2:44 minutes. So here, I. So here, why in Java is there difference between two quotes and one quote? I thought both are strings. So here it says single quotes are used exclusively for what? For char. Char is the primitive that can hold exactly one character, no more or less. What is happening? Because you use double quotes, Java see it as string, but you're trying to stuff that string into a variable type meant for char, right? So that's why I'm getting this. So I play this, I'm having what? C. So for byte is for what? Smaller what? Number. Byte, small o number. Byte of age of 25, 35. System dot out dot print ln of what? Age. But when I run it, I'm getting my what? My 35. Now let's assume I put this. I'm having, so bytes can only hold from 120 to 127. Good. I have a solution to that. Short is for small numbers, long numbers. So non-primitive types, they are objects. These are object example strings, a collection of characters text. Why string is special? Even though it looks simple, it is actually an object. Reward fintech example. So here we're having the non-primitive types. Non-primitive data types. So the first one is what? String, which is what? Sequence of what? Character. So string of what? Account name is equal to what? Jewola favor, right? I have my what? System dot out dot print l of what? Account name. I'm running this. I'm having my what? My Jewola favor. Good. So that Java thing really important. How should Java is always thinking, how should I store this in my memory? Common beginner mistake, wrong. Int price. Java will reject wrong type because it is strict. Oh, I'm coming back. Oh, I'm feeling a bit tired. But let's move on. So I need to get the non-primitive data types. Good. Is that all? Array object that's bro, how many hours have I done? I've done 1 hour 44. So this is my first time doing this. So we have array is a list of same type elements, right? An array is used when you want to store multiple values in the same type. So here, instead of me having something like int a is equal to 20, int b is equal to 30, int c is equal to 40. So I can have an array, right, called int, right, numbers. Then I can have what? Letters, right, is equal to, right, 1, 2, 3. Am I not getting it right? Bro, I can't bring my GS knowledge far. It has to be in this code what? 1, 2, 3. Then to get it out, I'm going to what? System dot out dot print ln code what? Letters. Oh, when I run it, I'm getting so I'm trying to print everything and I'm not getting why it's not working. Let's add new. Is this not printing or see this? Array are treated as objects. When you pass an object directly into system.out.print, they will automatically call an inbuilt strings method does not know how to print itself prettily. You have to use an helper tool from Java built-in Unity library. So to make use of that array, I have to come up here and do import. Felt like utilities import java dot utilities dot array list. It's not array list, arrays. Right, then here I have my arrays dot to string called letters. When I run it, I have this. So I think what this is trying to do earlier is that it's unable to, sorry guys, it's unable to like run it like that. All right, so I have to make use of a library that I have to import something that I'm checking something, guys. I have to import something that, you know, a built-in utility library, right, that helps me in converting this and helping Java to understand that my lines of code or what I want to output is actually an array, right? So I guess that's what's happening. So, but if I want to use this, which is what indentation, right? So if I'm making use of indentation, this first one is 1, this first one is 0, this first one is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. If I'm trying to output this, it's going to be system.out.println 0, 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to be what? Letters dot what? 3. So by the time I output it 4. So the next thing is object. So example of object is object. I think we are actually moving class. So for me to make use of objects, right, I mentioned earlier that class is like a blueprint what a particular something must have. So string, I have name, right, and I have int, I have age. So that's what the object must have, right? So if I am trying to create a blueprint, right, we'll be doing user, which is the class, dot favor is equal to new dot what? User. This doesn't make full sense to me. Favor dot name is equal to favor, then favor dot age equal to 50. Now let me put string email favor dot email is equal to Jawalav is equal to Jawalav favor 2020 at gmail.com. I have to put this, right? So by the time I do system.out.println and I'm printing what? Favor. Let me see if I get the full blueprint out. I can only do, let's say, favor dot name. I can only get these out. But is there a way I can get out in full? Is there a way I can get out this in full? The way I can get this out in full as well, so that it's it's a bit different from the. It's also looking like the object code that we got from array. Then let's say maybe there is a built-in library for this. here we have no library to print that. I don't seem to get it. Maybe I'll check it later. This object and this class. Oh. 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 So, are we? I think we're up to 2 hours now. So, let's do 3 classwork for that. 3 simple projects covering all this. I mean, that's my problem with GBT. I mean, just started. We didn't know loop or something. So here in the class, I think we can add we can add a method CLO, right? And we can have system. We have system dot out dot print ln, right? And we can see hello boy, right? So here we are trying to see favor dot, we can see hello. Yeah, this should work. Done. This should work. So I'm having return of false. Bro, I do not know why this guy is not working. I think I should remove this. I'm going to get an error. Let's move on. I'm going to try to explore that later. So I think at this point, um, let's public static void main string. So here we have an array, an argument, and we have so here we can have class bank account, as I'm trying to build a blueprint, string, which is the name, y int is going to be the balance, right? Double is going to be the balance. So void deposit, right? I have to pass amounts, and I can't know a person we want to deposit double, right? So balance is equal to balance plus amount. So I've set up a blueprint in this place, so I can do account bank account is equal to account 1 is equal to new bank account. Then account 1 dot name is equal to Tunji. Then account 1 dot balance is equal to 1000, and here I have account dot deposit system dot out dot print, and we have what? Account 1 dot what? Balance. Deposit 3000. You can see that even GBT made I don't know, I feel like since we are when I run this, a few piece, right? Let me try account dot deposit again. Double. Let me deposit. I have to add those decimal at top to be float. So it's working now. So this is the class, this is the blueprint, and this is a method, right? Method is more like actions that you can perform inside the class, right? You are defining it inside the class. So that now helps us to understand the concept of what was it called? Let me check it again. It helps us to understand the concept of interface. Interface, yeah. I need some minutes. I need to go to the restroom. Pending that time, we need to play some music. Right, YouTube. Behind that time, we need to play some music. So welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. So I've done 2 hours so far. 2 hours so far. Oh, the stream is young. No, it's fine. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I'm just gonna get to refresh my energy and and to also be able to fire on this stream. You guys are coming back, I'm not done. So yeah, welcome back. I think I have to stop this stream. Like I tried listening to oh my god, I know my handkerchief. I think I have to stop the stream and yeah, start it again. Welcome. 2 hours so far. 2 hours so far. Welcome. Welcome. So let's move on. Let's continue. We are here. So I think I'm going to be. I think I'll be playing songs. So bear with me. I'll be communicating. I'll be vibing with the song and also trying to figure things out. Right? Let's just move things around. So I think. Yeah, I think it's good like this. Good. My sound isn't much, so good. So we're on that class here called transaction. I have string, which is going to be the type, and double is going to be the amount. Transaction So we have the type transaction transaction 1 is equal to new transaction. So transaction 1 dot type is going to be credit. Is going to be system dot out dot print credit. Good. So in this place, what they are performing is concatenation, right? Concatenation is joining two strings together, two or more strings together, right? That's concatenation. So I'm having system dot out dot println. I'm having a transaction type is space. Having transaction 1 dot type is plus the balance, the amount is space transaction dot what amount. So the transaction type is what? Credit is, I need a space here. I need a space there. Also know that I end it with this. So here what we performed in that place is concatenation. We are trying to join two or more strings together. So that's the concept of concatenation. I think I'm vibing. Let me check the stream. If my network is not, hasn't sent me out yet. Okay. I think I think let's move on. So yeah, so now let's talk more on methods and also constructor. A method is just a function inside a class that does something. So here, the method in this place is that it's trying to collect an amount. The amount is the parameter. It's trying to collect that amount and add it into, right? Add it and into the balance. So if the balance is 30,000 for initial and I collect a new amount, which the user is trying to deposit 20,000. So what we do is we get that, what we get that balance plus the amount the user is trying to deposit, them be added together, and that give us the new balance. So that's a method. It's more like a function for performing a task. What does the void means? So that void help us, it signifies that that method is not going to be returning anything to us, right? Let's say that I'm bringing this out, right? I should be able to return um um yeah, it's a balance, right? They should be able to maybe do that. I think we haven't gotten there. I think maybe using out of contract or something. But in my TS knowledge, I should be able to return this if uh, I didn't put that void. So I guess that's what. So it's trying to tell us that, oh, it's just performing that action, but it's not actually returning anything to us. So that's the void. So now it's now bring us back to our public static void here. So here too is more like a method, right? The method is called the main, right? When you are trying to run it, we are actually getting that main. It's that main that is assisting that running it for us. So here, right? Here it. Hmm. So here, let's say we have a class called calculator, right? No, that's not class calculator, right? And we have um void. We have add. So add is taking int of a and int of b, right? It's print result is equal to a plus b. So I'm getting system.out.println, which is going to be what? The result. So one thing is unclear right now, and if I want to make use of it, I have to I've forgotten this no VS code. It's going to be calculator use. So here it's actually work. So here I'm going to be calculator, right, is equal to use calphone is equal to new calculator. So calphone dot add. So it's getting two parameters, the 2 and 3, right? So with that I can do I should be able to do system.out again since I've already done that. So I'm having this. But why are we still adding void? Why are we still adding void to this? Why still why still void since it's returning an output which is system.out. I mean, why still void? The chief yell out the order number of the dining room. So if I'm coming to this place, I can't just say this r is equal to car, right, dot add I hope I know what I'm doing. So I'm expecting an input in this variable, right? So why so what this guy is trying to tell me is that if I think system general is for one to look at it, it leaves the method empty handed. So it's trying to tell me that if I'm making use of void in this place, no, I can't. Void means that I can't get to return things the normal way, right? That's what it means. So if I'm doing system.out.println and I am returning the results, right? It actually looks like I'm returning, but in real sense the value is not being stored. So system.out just let me see the way it explains. It says here's the secret: does not return a value to your program. It just displays text on the screen, right? Once the text is printed, the data is gone from the program memory. So here, nothing is being stored, right? I think that's I think that's actually cool. I think that's actually cool, right? But now I am able to know I can return int, I can return double. Now if I'm returning double in this place, so meaning that I have to clean this return results, right? So the result this is supposed to give me is a double. So you will see two zeros at it. Good, good, good. I think I now understood this better. I think what it's trying to tell us is that, okay, let me explain it here. Here before I'm having an int. So what it's trying to tell us is that here in this calculate, here what's going to be here is going to be a definition of what's getting returned. So the data type that is getting returned, what the returned value actually look like. Is it an object? Is it a double data type? Is it an int? Is it what is that? Is it char? Right, those are things that is actually getting returned in this case, and through that I will be able to know that, oh, since it's getting returned, that's also the data type of what I should use in getting it out. Good, good, good. Oh yeah, that's it. There's something I still did not get, and that's why do I have calculator twice? Yeah, why do I have calculator twice? Help me understand. Looks unreal to me. Looks like so unreal to me. It looks incredibly repetitive and unreal. When you see it at first, it feels like writing the car is the new car. Like exactly. Why do I have calculator at the left side, and why defining the new the new class that serve as a blueprint, right? Why am I still having it at the right side as well? So now the first calculator, in Java, every variable must have a type, so the computer knows what kind of data is it holding. If you want to store a whole number, you write int. If you want to store strings, if you want to store calculator objects, you write calculator cal. Oh, good. So that first one is the data type, right? The first calculator simply tells you, hey, I'm creating a box called calphone, and the only thing allowed inside this object is the calculator object. Good. This is where the magic is open. The new keyword is the active command. It tells go into the computer and physically build a brand new good. So this is the data type, right? Why this is the data type, why this is like, am I saying this true? Am I saying this true? So here, this is the data type, like, oh, you know that every variable that we are creating has to hold the specific data type. So the calculator is serving as, it's an object for it, right? Why this is trying to, where's it? Good. This serve as the object, as a template, right? Why this is the new one. Good. A constructor is a special method that runs automatically when you create an object. So I have my class, right? Then I have my user again. Having still string name, string email, and int age. Mm. So yeah, what I'm trying to do is constructor, but there's a lot of questions I have in this place. First, this is a constructor. Explain it. Simple English. Also, why can't I do this? I mean, earlier. Also usage. See. Why can't I just output user? Oh, Jesus Christ. Think of a constructor except of that, or when you write new I do not think Gemini is doing much help for me in explaining this particular concept. Explain, wow, like simple English. What's a constructor? A constructor is a special method that runs automatically when you create an object. So when you do this, user, the way look at it, it creates a new user object. So constructor, now instead of you coming down here and be giving it transaction dot type credits and giving it one by one, I think constructor help us to put everything of those together. So that's one of the usage. So that's what I'm having here. Everything in just a single line instead of having it user, instead of having it like this, user dot email, then I'm going to be having something like this. Do you get? So this is I'm coming, guys. I need to change this. I need to change this guy to another thing. I love it, but I think it should be. Janet is also online. Follow as well. Come on, guys. I need to change this link. I think I should go with this was Tomiko. Good. Let's go with Tomiko. So here we have a Java is basically create a new user object and set it up using this value. So this constructor user string n takes the input value, then stores them inside the object. So after creation, why your second constructor does not work? You wrote it. The problem is looks like it has but it basically does not. Why? Because both are the same. Right, that's one of the advantage of working at hand is that you later get it out. So I'm trying to create another file for user, right? I'm trying to do things, and it seems things are against me. And what I did was I created a file called user.gx, but I guess that because I'm having a user in this place already, it's not going to allow me to create that user.java. Then when I check up on this, the user 2, right? I pick it up from there. I change to user 2, but I guess I have to I can't just rename. It's called refactor. So refactor to rename. Then I change it to user 2. Then let me quickly just display something. System.out.println hello. Can you see? You see me now? By the time I run it, now I'm having this. So what we are trying to do earlier was was class user wow, this is very funny. Let's profile. So here I'm having a string of name, int of I'm having string of email as well, then int of age. Right, so I'm not having a profile. I'm trying to create a constructor. String of name, string of email, right, and int of age. I'm going to be d dot is equal to what? Name. Now I can't do email, right, is equal to email. Why? Because Java is going to assume that this guy is trying to name a variable with a variable. So that's the problem we have earlier. So it's going to be what? This dot. Then we are going to what? This dot age is equal to age. No, by the time I come to this list and I do profile, right, user 1 is equal to new profile. Now profile is going to be taking two things, which is what? Alice, right? It's going to take three things. Alice. Now I can't just say 30 and 30 now, because email only takes what? Strings. So I have to make sure that what? It's string. This is what? Alice at gmail.com. Now I have to end this. Now the issue is that if I want to do system.out.println user, right, and I load it, now I'm getting this because it's more like so it's more like I'm trying to find the right English for it. So it's trying to convert this into a string, right? So that gives us this, that string if I run it again, I should get it. So why don't I call to string? To string is because it naturally converts that constructor, that class to string. That's why. Which is class, object, and constructor. Point them out. This is a class. Every profile object must have what? A name, an email, and an age. This is a constructor. You're welcome to your new dispensation. I think I need to change the song again. How many minutes? Oh, we are 3 hours already. And I'm feeling the energy now. No, I do not feel this. I think I have a playlist that does justice. Mm, is good enough? I think good does enough. Welcome to your new dispensation. Bro, I'm burning right now. Guys, I'm resting. We are going to start soon. So let's quickly pick up the project, right? So yeah, um, I think I've used bank account before. Bank account. It's saying that it can find a class called bank account. We're going to name balance and is active. String collect name. Balance is going to be double, right? Because balance is we always have, and boolean is going to be what is active. But we can do string is going to be the name. Sorry, my bad. I'm TypeScript boy. This dot name is equal to name, and this dot balance is equal to balance, and this dot is active is equal to is active, right? So I've been able to create a constructor like that. So I have my deposit. Oh, so I'm trying to draw if I think we if amount is not is greater than balance, we can have a system dot out dot print which is what is going to be insufficient funds in the account in account else. Is that how the S or Java look like? Else system dot out dot print new balance is plus balance minus amount. Bank account 2. Bank account 2. Favor account is equal to new balance account 2. Two things I'm collecting string of favor. I'm also collecting balance of 4k of 45, and I'm also collecting exact, which is what true. Favor dot deposit of 3,000. Then we give a type to that amount. Favor account dot withdraw of 6,000. Use of union funds in accounts. Withdraw successfully. Good. It's get processed. Okay, to get balance, I need to change this song, guys. I'm not feeling this. Mm. Fiber account dots get balance. Root to branch dots. For it. Your balance is. Wait, can I get the user, like the username, Fiber account dot name, then plus is right. I'm trying to perform concatenation here. Plus, wow. What is this? I think the new concept we are going to be learning is going to help us, like how we can protect these guys, right? I mean, they should just be able to get access to the name when it's not, when that permission is not being defined, right? In the class. Oh, I mean, I think I think that one is feeling angry or something. Also well explained. I want to check if this is streaming. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. We took some break, right? I needed it. So here we have encapsulation, be inside the data and controlling how it can be accessed. Don't allow people to directly mess with your data. Force them to use controlled method. Right? Let them to make use of control method, right? Think of a bank account. You cannot directly change your balance. You must use deposit. So that was what I was mentioning the other time. That I shouldn't, here I can just say that. Here I can just say that favor account dot name dot dot balance is equal to 20. Now by the time I run it, right, I've done everything of that. Just this. There's a blunder here, right? The mean that the user has the ability to alter his or what a balance, which is wrong. So encapsulation helps us in controlling what and what can get us can be accessed, right? So that's it. Exactly. Like I can even turn you to I can even turn you to this, right? And now imagine I'm having something like this and I'm trying to, right? Like I'm trying to do something. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to store it. You shouldn't be able to store it. It's going to say, yeah. I forgot that there's a decimal guide here. Let's do encapsulation. Explain it well. Also examples. Explain it so well. So first, you have three types of encapsulation. You have the year. You have the private, which can have it edited outside. So here, if I'm having private to this guy, so I'm getting an error in this list that a guy balance as private access, so I can access it with outside here, but I can access the others because they are naturally in public. Java. So I'm trying to check if you can find any project that we can work on. So we have a look in this place. I think this is where we are going to stop for today, right? We are going to go and find. I'm going to go and find the project that we're going to work on, and with that, we are going to work on in the next section or next class that we're going to be having. Thank you for having me here today. I think we spent 3 hours 32 minutes. Yeah, thank you so much.